What is up, everybody? I'm going to activate my camera here. Oh, I'm doubled up. Let's get rid of this one. And I'm thinking, I just got in from outside, and I was going to have a little snack before I really got started up here. So what I'm going to do first off is run the season video for February. I have not actually seen this yet. So yeah, I'm just going to watch it and then I will pause and make any statements that I have to say about new cards as they come up, I think. And I suppose I could do that and eat my sandwich. It almost feels like I should just eat my sandwich first. Because... And how's the sound? How is this balance-wise? Is this good volume? Should be. Oh, I forgot my glasses. I don't know where I put them. Okay, give me 1 second then. I don't know where I put my glasses. I found them. I think the best option here is for me to mute, play Marvel Snap, and eat my sandwich to start the stream. And then once I'm done eating the sandwich, I'll play, like, honestly, probably just one game of Sanctum. And then once that is done, I will do a review of this video. So I'm going to play with my camera off and my mic muted for literally probably just one game. I don't think I want this Cosmo. It builds towards this Ultron variant and 1,000 tokens, but I already have a few really good Cosmos, and I don't really care for baseball. You like this Cosmo? Really? Well, have you seen... I mean, you've seen the Cosmos that I have, right? We've got... Look at this, though. I got the sticker variant. I got the food fight variant. I got Venomized. And I really like the Luca Claretti, too. I just don't think I need more Cosmos. I also have Pixel, but... Yeah, I don't think I need another one. All right, I'm going to try to play Sanctum Showdown. I just got peanut butter all over my thumb. But we'll see how this works. Oops. And I'm going to mute, in case you guys don't want the ASMR. Whoops, wrong deck. Where I kept loving a Human Torch. You on my Patreon?
Avengers! Assemble.
I was about to unmute. Then I found some more jelly on my fingers. Alright, I think I'm good here. Oh, my opponent does not understand Starlight Citadel and Sanctum. Oh, that's not great for me, though. Sanctum will be one of these two locations this turn. I haven't been snapping this game. I'm only half paying attention. I gotta go wash my hands after this game here. Doom, not gonna doom it. I can't even play Doom this turn. Can play Kitty plus some presents and a cat. Okay. That actually turned quite nice. This is 9. I mean, I might as well drop the cat and snap, huh? And we'll do this. Looks good enough. I mean, I'm only up by 7 here, but 50-50 that a cat lands there too.
I am Iron Man.
Iron Man plus Cap is a lot of points, right? They missed the Doombot. It's just a 50-50. And we get there. So we grab 6 more points, and now I only have to win 1 location this turn. I can drop a Scarlet Spider. I think, actually, I just played Doom for the most points. I think I simply go this. I'm up by 5. I'm up by 8. What's 9 plus 8? 17? That's a good number. And then 1 more. Had to sneeze. Sure. We can snap as well. Looks good to me. Good little warm up to start off the stream. Yeah, they're just letting me have it. It's a good play. No! No! Okay. Crazy. I needed Omniversal here. But then I lose. What if I hadn't snapped last turn? I probably still lose, don't I? Dang! That is awesome. Okay. Here we can play a few more cards. The Hydra Bob's moving out. We can flip the location. Watch him just play like a Spectrum or something. Yeah, I mean, I always lose every location. So let's snap and give my opponent the points that they earned. Fair and square. That's why you don't Omniversal Presence flourish. We talked about it yesterday. One more point was not going to make or break my Merlin, but it could just totally upend the game. Mojo World, we will have the copycat move over there, so we're not totally dead, but I think we might still lose it just off points. 38 to 19, yeah, but, well, 16 points on a loss. Not going to get too upset over that one, but yeah. Actually, honestly, it's about as good as we could do, considering we're going to regen these tickets in 34 minutes anyways. Should I play two? You know what? I think I am going to play and try to lose 2 more Sanctum tickets, but I am going to switch over to move. So let's do this, and I will also be right back. I'm going to go wash my hands because they got peanut butter and jam. Was that clippable? Should that be a YouTube short? Seemed pretty silly. I'll at least write it down. That was 17 minutes in. Oh gosh. All right, after this game, I'm gonna go wash my face. No, right now, sorry. All right, now the stream can start.
Escaped.
Does that give me charms? No, it makes me lose a scroll. I think when I canceled the queue, when I went to go wash my face, the queue did not actually cancel. That's fine. We still need to lose 1 more scroll here. I got all my payoff cards. When you were talking about my clip where I was moving the Human Torch, were you talking about my YouTube short? Or, yeah, you must have been. Agent Venom, and they lost a Doctor Strange. kind of got the better of that one. This is a reasonable setup for me here, too. You just battle for Baxter Building right now, too. Oh, they got a cable from their Doctor Strange. So they might have turned their Doctor Strange into a Doctor Strange after all is said and done. We are going to Spider-Punk. We really wanted to. We could cloak here or here. Cloaking here probably wins Eternity Range, but I don't think that that's worth... I think my cloak is worth more than 4 points later. That might actually not be right, but this could tie it, and... yeah, wow, they just had everything. Okay. They've got some big setup cards. But so do we now. We really do too. This looks good. We're going to start winning locations next turn. We might be a little bit slow this turn. Yeah, they're going to Spider-Punk us here. And then what is their final card? Oh, could be a web. A web sling? No, Vulture I do not care about. Alright, so... like I said, we lose 6 points this turn. We go down to 13 to 0. But I might be able to win every location for the rest of the game. Might. So... we could here Human Torch back into the Baxter Building. And I think there's a lot of ways that that is a really good play for me. And then finish off with a little more points on top, and I think we can snap to this. If they have Ghost Spider or... well, they can't have Doctor Strange unless it's my Doctor Strange. They could have my Doctor Strange. I think I need the Baxter Building points. I'm going to make this play. It's a little bit risky, but it at least battles for some points. Oh, they still had a Spider-Punk move because it moved off of the... oh, and did they Spider-Punk my Human Torch? Nice. Well, welcome to the stream, Zaya. This is good, though. This wins Baxter Building, which means it wins Celestial Burial Ground, and we get 2 points off of it. And then we're 1 point behind in Eternity Range. It was an honest effort. It was a good, honest effort there. I will have a new Dupery video tomorrow. That's tomorrow's upload. And I might make Demon Bluff the next day. I still have to edit my next Demon Bluff video a little bit, because I just think it will benefit from some editing. Oh, let's go! New season! Cool. I didn't do anything with all of these things off stream. They are all just going to convert into Red Hulk boosters. And I am actually going to take care of this right now. Okay. I always love the music. They do a great job on the new season music. Yeah, so I have a playlist on my channel for Demon Bluff, and it is like 60 videos or so, but it's in order, chronologically. And the first video is my first experience, and that's where I would recommend to start. It's like an hour long, and there's probably... you get to learn along with me. I'll say that. I make some mistakes in the video, but that's part of the fun with the Demon Bluff content. It is a logic puzzle game, so think like, is this seat taken, or Minesweeper, or Sudoku? But the big hook is that you have to find the lying information, the information that isn't congruous with the rest of the information that you're looking at. So I don't even really know the cards yet this season. We've got Moondragon and we've got Magus. Magus is the... Oh, wow. Oh, that's really interesting because I do know a little something something. But we're going to watch the season video in a moment. That's bad. A bunch of Brett Bean variants. Oh, I really like the Brett Bean variants. There's always a buff before a bundle. Which, like, I don't actually even think is wrong. Shut up and take my credits. Is a very silly... I like the Brett Bean artwork, though. This is cool. This is cool. I like how it's stylized. What kind of... Like, what would you call this stylization? Is it... Do I like it because it reminds me of something that I used to watch? Or why do I like it? Oh, yeah, I know what it reminds me of. It reminds me of, like, Rayman. The little guy that collects lums. Just the way that the body parts are just, like, random shapes sometimes. Ren and Stimpy, you'd say? Yeah, for me, it really brings up Rayman. Rayman? I'm not sure. And maybe even a little bit of like Dave the Barbarian, possibly. I might be misremembering that show. I think I was a little bit, I don't know, I just remember catching that show like super late at night. Yes, okay, I wanted to claim my season pass. I actually, just to make sure that everything... Oh, we get a new card on the Sanctum shop. Wolverine, this is just because it's a Wolverine. Yeah, I don't really need more Wolverines, even if it does come with a reaction set. So here's what I'm going to do real quick. Let's load up this, because we are going to take a look at this in just a moment. Oh, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's play one game real quick. So that way we know for sure which season we are in. I'm just going to play this. I actually played a game with this earlier, and I don't know what the point of this deck list is at all, but I played against somebody that was in the top 40. Everybody loves Rayman. Yes, that is what I'm referencing. I played against somebody in the top 40 rank and just played Galactus on turn 6 and crushed him. Just totally random. I don't think you need to play Wasp turn 1. I mean, that's why it's in the deck, but we'll save it in case it could help us win a certain location. Maybe that's wrong. I think the reason that you play Wasp is so that you can pump up... Yeah, I'll do it here. The reason that I think this list plays Wasp is so that way you can play turn 5 Shulao to pump up a Maverick to pump up a Galactus. Nice. That's fun. I don't think I've... Well, I don't know. What's Regis's in-game name? I am not sure what that is to know whether or not I've played him. We're going to do this and this. It's really tough to wing beat the Galactus here, but I'm going to try. It's just Regis. I don't think I've ever played him that in-game. Ooh, Aunt May's, eh? So I guess I need to once in future this turn. Well, that also allows me to Galactus next turn. I'm not going to Galactus into Daredevil Sight, though. Huh. Yeah. Okay. So here I guess I want to do this and this. I probably just have to toss the wing beat. I mean, it doesn't really benefit me to toss it. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm playing up against a bot here, but I simply cannot Galactus into a Daredevil. Oh, okay, they're a Galactus gamer now. Sure, so I'll hold the Shang-Chi then. Actually, do I hold the Kitty Pryde this turn? If I play the Kitty Pryde, I get owned. Joaquin Torres. That's so funny. Here's what I'm thinking. This is a very silly play. Yeah, let's do this to get extra energy. No way they let me have this, though, if they have Galactus. But we can use this to pump this up. The other thing that I can do here, instead of playing all this, like, we know that they have Daredevil vision, but we could do this, and it's like about the same, but I don't need to make Galactus cheaper. What if I just do this? How do they stop this? Especially if they're a bot. We'll try it. This gives me a 10 power Galactus. I mean, they stop it with their own Galactus, right? Oh no, yeah, Dr. Doom. Because otherwise they weren't going to get points from the Aunt May's. They were gonna move out of Aunt May's by playing into it. So we'll try this. I didn't realize that the Nico doesn't actually factor onto the Galactus until after it activates. But now we've got a 10 power Galactus and a 7 power Kitty Pryde. This doesn't seem great, but I'll play my cards here. And that's all we got. That doesn't even do anything. Okay. If they have a Shang-Chi, that's not going to do it. Okay, I think it was a bot. I think that was a bot indeed. And I'm just going to switch to this real quick because I'm not sure which monitor Discord was on. All right, Discord's good. What's up, Rebel? Okay. So I think I should be able to claim my season pass without exiting the game. Hopefully this doesn't mess everything up for me. Oh, I got my Streamlabs set up. So now if we get raided... Is that this? What is playing? Where's that music coming from? The game? Is that coming from the web shop? Is that why my... No, because this music stopped. Huh. Okay. yeah, wait, no, this is the music. Right, I was just dancing to this music just a moment ago. Now I remember. There we are. No, it's not the web shop music. Yeah, it's the season music. My computer got slow and then the music started. So I was just not exactly sure. But that season pass should be good. Yeah, I think this is one of the better season songs. One other thing that we can do while we're here is we can open up some collector's reserves to kick off the season. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Let's do it live. We're going to do this until I have like 5 gold tickets. Okay. Huh. So, I like this. I don't know what these Protégé variants are. This is something new to me. But here is what I will say. The Ironheart was like one of the very first variants that I ever had. And oh, I also grabbed this Ironheart at some point. I do like this one. The Scotty Young one. But this one, Scan variant. This was like one of the very first variants that I opened up in the entire game. It's like kind of, it feels vanilla to me because it looks so much like the Scan variant one. I like this one. This one's cute. Can we actually go and see? Sort by not newest. There's all the cards I don't own. And where is the first variant? Okay, it's Quicksilver, but does everybody get this Quicksilver variant? Like, is this actually a variant, or does everyone get it? And then right after that, I grabbed this Ironheart. This is base art Craven, right? Yes. So Quicksilver was my first variant, then Ironheart, but I wasn't sure if everyone got this because it felt like a scripted event. But I could be wrong about that. It could just be that this was actually my first variant. We are gonna go, oh yeah, we're gonna jam out now. And we're gonna jam out until we have 5 gold tickets here. Bruno makes me swoono. Who's Bruno? Yeah, see if it was the first variant you got. Everyone post your first variant for Marvel Snap. Oh, you don't have the Quicksilver. Did you get a different Quicksilver variant or just a different variant entirely on like the very first login of the game? And who the heck is Bruno? Actually, let's not talk about that. Let's move on. I don't hear any complaints about negative Thanos. I wish that the stones looked cooler. And I also kind of don't like I do have some complaints about the negative variants, to be honest, because once you split them, then they aren't nearly as good anymore, right? That's my 4th negative space. I guess that alone is cool. That's gotta earn me something, right? 4 out of 6. Oh, this is an exclusive emote here. Nice. Okay, we can use this. Oh great. Just got a spam text message. An urgent notice about my package. Oh, Dan Hip Iron Man. That's cool. Bottom tier mid. Not sure what a mid is. I mean, center location. There's gold ticket number 1. I ended this season with 3 gold tickets and practically 2 infinity tickets. So, Pixel Ant-Man, that's going to be a skip. Oh, that's what I wanted to look at. I wanted to look at the splits for negative space. Those were Dan Hip variants? I believe I got both, but I didn't think that they were Dan Hip. Huh. So Samsung got Hulk, right? I had this Max Grek Hulk, and then what about Iron Man? Oh, I did get a Dan. So I got this Dan Hip Iron Man from iPhone. Oh, I never logged in and got the Samsung one. Huh. Probably just didn't care enough about the variants, but is Dan Hip Hulk sweet? I probably would have used it. Probably didn't care because it was a vanilla card, right? $20.99 Atuma. Prowler. I don't even own Prowler, I don't think. In the next stall. Okay, yeah, it's like you're battling against me and I'm pooping right next to you. That's cute, I suppose. After the next variant, waiting to see the principal. What the heck are these even talking about? And Pixel Devil Dinosaur. Some clunkers here. I wanted to look at the... Let's sort by newest here. Take a look at custom Thanos's. The art just... Okay, this is fine, but it like loses everything about it that's cool with the negative space. Like, they're so much better base, and even then, they lose a little bit when they frame break. Yeah, I think it could have possibly been Grek Hulk for Samsung. That's what I'm thinking. Because how did I get both of those around the same time? Let's see. Yes, look, I got these right next to each other. These must have been the 2 login variants. Yeah, because I got them right back to back. And it would have made sense that I would have grabbed both of them. Cool. What's up, HGC? How you doing? Allowance ran out. I think I only have... Yes, yeah, the negative space variant. Yeah, they didn't think that through, for sure. Another Scream. I'm really good at opening up Scream variants. They're so creepy looking. Scream is such a creepy character. I think that's why they ban her in every limited time game mode. I don't know why they banned Scream. I mean, as somebody that's been playing... Nice. Nice. Pelagimatic. Your name looks really familiar. Have you been here for like a while through like other games even? Like Storybook Brawl? Trying to remember. Pandart X23, was that another like giveaway thing? I don't quite remember that one. Ask me anything. That's not great. Oh, okay. That's right, okay. Yes, you use a different name there, so that just threw me off for a second. Cannonball. I don't know if I have a Cannonball variant.
Mastery.
Got me Rays, that's nice. We're getting some good unlocks here, to be honest. We got some clunkers, too. Nothing, like, super great. And then we'll see if my... I think that's my second gold ticket. Kind of crazy. And... how does everyone feel? So, the, last season there was double mastery XP. Pixel Venom... next. Is there a Venom album that goes into? Yes. Oh, and Destroy All Pixels. Okay, so we got some album progress here. Oh, when Marvel Snap shut down, they gave everybody the X-23 Pandart. The Conquest variant is cool. Okay, we will take a look at that after our next gold ticket just to see which one... just to see how many tickets we have. I think this will be gold ticket number 3, but it could be number 4, and I'm distracted on stream. Another Pixel. Wait, another Destroy All Pixels and another Wolverine. No? There we go. Okay. Yes, that's why... well, now we could complete the Wolverine album, but I don't think we need to. I think I'll just, like, naturally complete the Wolverine album over time. All right. There's another gold ticket. Let's hop back. Wow, you got a character to 30. That is really cool with the double XP. That's a great use of it. I'm like thankful for it, but now that we don't have it, I'm like, do I want to plan for the next time we get it? How often should we plan on having that? And that's always a tricky thing. Like Pokemon Go did a lot of like double XP or whatever events. And while those are all really cool, it also means that like you're kind of discouraged from going for double XP outside of that event, or like trying to care about XP outside of that event, if that makes sense. That looked like a 4. Nope, that's a 3. I will probably get up to 5. Ooh, oh, this is great. This is cool. Yeah, this is a good one. Jesper Edgsing, Groot. What else do we get? B-Sider. I Am Groot is actually a killer title. We don't have this yet. That title is going to go hard for some people for sure. Like imagine like make this your avatar. Where is it? Make this your avatar, just spam or put that on and then spam the Groot emotes that you have. That's going to be good. Where is the inbox? Oh, right here. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. There is my season pass with a free adamantium armor. We get a Series 5 collector pack this season from the season pass. And the Alliance is just a whole bunch of nothing. Oh, Aurora boosters. We'll actually get Aurora out of my shop, so that's nice. Aurora was in my rotating shop here, and I think I just unlocked Rays on her at the very end of the season. This isn't where I meant to be, but let's check. We got some album progress for for Venom. Venom gave me some matte black, one matte black border, and then yeah, there's still these to unlock. I don't know about these. I don't have any. Oh, Sunspot. I missed that part of your message. Let me see. Let me see. Is this Sunspot? Yes. Oh, yeah. These are fire. No pun intended. But, yeah, they did a nice job with these ones for sure. These are cool. Very nice. We're going to go until we grab 2 more tickets. Flammable, stay back. Speaking of fire, there's one.
one more and we're done. Dazzler from Art Tree. I have a few Dazzler variants already somehow. Oh. There is an Art Tree album as well. Cool. I think we will stop there. And we did get the season pass come in, so we could play a game. One thing that I'm curious about always is I want to make a new deck. What is our custom deck going to look like? Oh, we have to claim Star-Lord. Nice. Oh, and we could have hit the auto deck button right there. But I have not really thought about Star-Lord since I made a video about him, I don't know, like 2 months ago? And it is saying high Evo. Okay, so just as a refresher here, next turn, you get +1 energy for each turn you've ended with unspent energy. This gains that much power. That's new, right? That part's new. This didn't used to be a 410 as well. Did they added that on? Wow. Okay. Star-Lord, Master of the Sioux. His name's too long. That's funny. So if we float energy on every turn, and then the goal is to play this on turn 5. So we're not like full skipping turn 5. So Maverick isn't great, and what else isn't great? She-Hulk are not great options. I still don't have... Oh, I did unlock Rays on Surge. Right. I did. But I think I'll play this deck for a game, just to see what's going on here. And yeah, I'll have Rays on this as well. I always forget how to navigate all of these menus on the computer. So used to just doing it on the phone. I can't even click that. I think it's definitely the car shocker. Yeah, that's clear. And then Star-Lord I'm not going to have, and High Evo, I'm not going to have that either. But we don't have to play High Evo. Oh, and then Abomination. Oh, I've given him green rays. I don't think you're that special, buddy. I think you're going to be orange like everybody else. Alright, let's give this deck a roll and see how it works. Yeah, like She-Hulk is fine when you don't draw the... Well, the problem is we're not playing She-Hulk because we don't want to play Magic in a Merlin world, right? If you play... Hello. I don't really like me an Arishem hater, but... You know, otherwise, hello. We can... Oh, gosh. We can Shocker to reduce the cost of Star-Lord, which is kind of crazy. Huh. This is awkward. A reduced cost Star-Lord does not ever help us play Infinite. But it does allow us to play a turn 5 Absorbing Man. I think I'm just going to play Misty Knight this turn, and next turn I'll play Shocker, so that way we can do everything that we want to do. I think this is going to be a cool first game. Oh, that looks good for me too. We'll snap. That might draw it out of them. I don't know what they took from me. They might have taken my high Evo, for all I know. Yeah, looks like it.
Victory.
Yep. Looked good to me. We'll play one more game with the new card, I suppose. And then the plan is to do a... I must know Arashim Hater. That must be somebody that is familiar. Yeah, I guess we just always skip turn 1, huh? I might be going for a turn 4. Oh, wow. This is already really, really cool. Yeah, I was saying it. Oh, yeah, you were here for that, Lando. I like the beans. I like Cable, but I also really like the toy, the action figure Cable that they just gave out recently. That is also really cool. I think I'm full skipping this turn. Turn 4, turn 5, and then turn 6. Yeah, so I need to skip turns. I can't play Cyclops here. Ooh, I mean, this is really good. But if Star-Lord isn't cracked right here, then, like, what are we doing? The fact that they have Surge might be really helpful for them. But next turn... Oh, it doesn't have an indicator anymore, so you just have to remember it. But next turn, we have exactly correct energy. We have 8 energy, which is more than enough to Grandmaster Absorbing Man. Well, we go Absorbing Man, then Grandmaster. And then we get a Star-Lord into Camartage. And we also get a free card from the Raft. They probably also get a free card from the Raft. But they're also inclined to use an arrow to clear through Vormir. So there's a lot of ways this can play out. Nice. That is beautiful. Because the only risk was if they were able to fill this location this turn. But outside of that, we are looking real, real good. So we do this, and then we do this. We didn't draw Misty Knight, but this should still be a lot of fun. I'll check out... I don't know if I have Nico inked. Nico might just be a card that I've totally... No, I at least have it on Raise, right? Because it's in my Shulao deck. Yeah, I really just go for Orange Raise because it's like a consistent thing that I can go for unlocking on every single card. What do we get here? Eliath? Do we have priority? I think we might. I think this might be an insane power output here. We're going to have to spend every point of energy for Abomination. But, wait, why isn't Abomination cheaper? Are these not considered afflicted cards? Because they were set? Why are they not afflicted? Those should be afflicted, I think. Okay, now we double Star-Lord. We gain Prio? We're down by 13, down by 11, up by 9. Nah, we don't have Prio here, unfortunately. But what we do have is 18 energy. So we will always be able to win the Raft, right? This not getting any bonuses is very weird to me. But sure. The Thing is quite good. How much do we have to put in here, realistically? I mean, this is free. What if we just play literally our biggest cards to this location? How do we lose? And then soak up 9? That might not be enough. Huh. I mean, this is just so clearly good here as an on reveal. But I don't know that I need 12 because I don't know how many on reveal cards they're going to play. Could be a lot. I think I might be best off abandoning the raft and just playing all of my cards. This might be my best play. I'm going to put as many points as I can into Vormir. I think that we'll be all right in Camartage, and Moonstone is scary. And I want to play around Gore. Mystique Gore. That might get me. And then they had a free Isan and a Camartaged Sage. What do we have? We've got a thing. I don't think I put enough points in Camartage. No, I just barely put enough points in Camartage. I put another 7 there, right? But I don't have enough points over in Vormir. Okay, so it's an equals. Or not here. This is an equals 0, not a minus. Yeah, the Gores were too big. I don't mind going for it there, but just because we got to spend whatever that was, 14 energy. But yeah, the Gores were just a little bit too big, unfortunately. Bummer. Oh, let's play one more. This is fun. We're doing cool stuff with the card. So at the very least, it's a cool opportunity to show that off.
Behold my creations.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about something else. It's fine. I forgot that... Yeah, I got my time slot wrong for the Marvel Snap Twitch sub drop. That will happen between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. So I didn't correct that announcement. I actually originally posted it correctly on my YouTube post, and then I edited it because I thought I was wrong. But I was just right. Ooh, Sanctum is not good for me. I guess we just play everything into Strange Academy, so that way we can maybe get some cards over into the Sanctum. But they're just going to move Penny Parker there right now. It's kind of overkill, actually. Did I say between 2 and 3 again? I meant to say between 3 and 4. Between 3 and 4 is when it's going to happen. So not for another 14 minutes and then into the next hour. Here's where the curve of this deck gets awkward. I mean, I'm not even convinced that... Maybe we can just win this one with Hulk. But I'm just going to play A-Bomb here because 9 could beat Penny Parker over in Sanctum. Oh, they're going to battle for White Hot Room. Oh, it's Man Spider? Sure. They didn't use their extra energy. They won't be able to move this next turn either. We have Prio here, so we could afflict them. If both of my cards go to Strange Academy, at the very least, I get +3 energy. That's terrible cope. But sure, I'll play the thing into their cards. And what do they got for me? They're just going to make a huge Man Spider, which means I never win on differential. I could maybe win... Now I want it to go here. No, now I lose to Taskmaster. I guess I didn't want it to go there. I think I was boned no matter what against a Taskmaster. to get a little bit of extra energy. So if I play this, then they have to play Taskmaster, but I don't think that that's good enough.
Opponent snap.
Certainly not if they snap. Could see an argument for staying in because they can't have Arnim Zola, but with that play, it becomes pretty clear they're just looking for Taskmaster. I can't bluff Cosmo. No options. After this game, that will complete my
creations.
daily missions, right? And then I think I'll do a review of the new season. That's the plan. Shocker for high Evo is a bit of a bummer. Oh. Yeah, Man Spider can be nuts. They've earned the Spider-Man emote at this point. They've earned it. Orca's kind of cool. So what do we do? This? I don't know if that's better than just playing Shocker, though. Last time I played Shocker Center, it's like you kind of want to play it here so that way you can Grandmaster it, and you kind of don't want to do that so that way you can Grandmaster your Star-Lord. Yeah, we made the right call.
Snap.
We've got Grandmaster for it next turn, so we'll run it out here. After we Star-Lord, probably want to Cyclops and Surge. Looks good. That only got +4. Oh, because we only did 4 turns with unspent. Right, I got +3, then +4. Ooh, how much did Sunspot gain last turn? It gained 1, so we know that they spent that much on a card. Okay, so we can just Orca. That should always win over there. And then A-Bomb and then Soak 2. Sure, this is always good enough, huh? Looks good. I like... So, no one answered me, but Star-Lord did not initially gain power, right? The last time I reviewed it. Shang-Chi. Okay. That's not going to do anything. They could have Shang-Chi Grandmastered me. Awkward. Shang-Chi Grandmaster would have been really good. I would have lost. Wow. Okay. Could have played around it, I suppose, by not... I mean, I wasn't expecting Shang-Chi. Haven't seen the Shang-Chi in a minute. We got two conflicting responses there. I think it gained the text since the first time I looked at it. think that Shang-Chi... My problem with Shang-Chi is that it was just too easy of an answer. Like, I don't think it was nuanced or textured enough. And I am all for, like, make a cannonball, make another Shang-Chi. Like, here's what I would like. I would like if there were 5 Shang-Chis that were, like, all had various merits, right? And there was, like, reasons to play one Shang-Chi over the other, which isn't quite what we have, but it's very close to what we have. And I think that that's good. It's basically like when everyone was just playing Shang-Chi and Enchantress and Shadow King. I mean, that's kind of like an example of there being a bunch of different types of Shang-Chis. But I just think the card was, like, way too good at... I think that if it wanted to keep that text, like, here's what you do. Keep current Shang-Chi, but then make another one that says destroy all 10 or higher cards, including your own. Yes, I agree. Yeah, Luke Cage and Cosmo have similar issues that make them kind of strange. And Luke Cage in particular is a little bit weird, but, like, what do you do with it? Yeah. Suppose it works. Game feels good right now to me. So, it seems fine. All right, I think that now I am going to take a look at the cards from this season. We can, at the very least, mute Marvel Snap in the background. Oh yeah, I did the master volume. I was just making sure I did that. And trying to think of exactly where I would want the text to go for the chat and for myself. It seems like I might be fine where I am. But let's maybe put... Streamlabs is fine. Let's maybe put the chat... I can't find the chat. Oh, here's the chat. Small ball stuff. Huh. I'm getting actually different chat on this. I'm seeing, like, extra chats from Lando that aren't in the chat right here. Went back to the video, you're right. Oh no, I see. I just didn't see who was commenting what. Tech cards are too unified, yes. Pelegi says, oh man, I would take Destroy All in a heartbeat. Gives a chance to play it along with small ball stuff. Right. And that's, like, basically what the old version did. I just didn't like when, like, you could play it into, like, Gamma Lab and destroy all of their Hulks and none of yours. And there's, like, nothing that could be done about that. And it's just, like, a ridiculous point swing. And kind of, like, invalidates the location, Monster Island or something like that too. It did feel like there were different, when, like, Shang-Chi was big, there were some different textures to the game sometimes. People would play Armor or Kyera, Cosmo being the biggest one, of course. So, like, there were things that were happening when people really wanted to play big cards and other people wanted to play Shang-Chi against them. The last line is new. Second Dinner has an alternative tech. They destroyed it in order to magic bullet Doom 2099. don't know what you mean by that, Moral. As an alternate tech, but they destroyed it in order to magic bullet Doom 2099. I'm not sure how he got involved in the conversation. The new Star-Lord was originally next turn +1 energy for each turn you've ended with unspent energy. Right. It just didn't have this extra line of text there. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's take a look. I have seen, obviously now I've seen that change to Star-Lord, and I have seen one other unfortunate change just like through the grapevine. I heard about it, but I'm mostly unspoiled for any other changes coming this season. So I'm going to do a little bit of a live reaction here to Guardians Volume 2. And we do get the music back. Guardians Greatest Hits Volume 2. Some other familiar music. That's the Conquest music, right? Yeah, okay, so that message wasn't, I like saw that on my screen, but I didn't see it on my panel here. US Agent was nerfed at the top of Doom 2099's release. Yes. Now I see why he joined the conversation. Yeah. They wanted to like make way for Doom 2099, and then they decided they did not want that anymore.
And don't feel good? Ha ha! You're locked into KMS 1988. I'm your radio Star-Lord, Ben Brode. Never cracking, always snapping, and I'm walking on sunshine right now because I got the next season of Marvel Snap queued up. Guardians Greatest Hits Volume 2. This month's season pass card is burning up the charts. Make some noise for Star-Lord, Master of the Sun.
Star-Lord, Master of the Sun. So we just played with this a little bit and saw it in action, but now that this card is gaining that much power, that's some good power gain on it, like compared to when it didn't have that ability. So I think I mean, yeah, before we were looking at a 4-5, and now we're looking at like a 4-10 in the optimal scenario. And I think that's a huge difference. The fact that that power is also going to continue to get better if you try to cheese this ability multiple times over with Absorbing Man and Odin and Grandmaster, which I don't think is like the way that you need to play it. But it's certainly a way that I will be looking to play it because it seems like a lot of fun. How good is this card in general? So what other things that what can you do with it other than play it in high evolutionary, which does make sense as like the first place to put it. But I do wonder if, especially now with that ability, if you look to put it in some type of Sarah shell. And actually, the last opponent that we played against, right? Like Grandmaster is a way to re-trigger Star-Lord, but it is a way to re-trigger Shang-Chi as well. And that is a pretty powerful thing to be doing still if you are tossing priority. Like you can just toss priority the whole game because you're not spending all of your energy, and then on the final turn play Shang-Chi plus Grandmaster. I mean, you can always already do that, but then you can finish off with... what are you finishing off with? Because you still have 5 more energy on top of that to play with. So, what, I mean, just like more tech, assumedly, right? You could like Mysterio and Hitmonkey if you really wanted to. That's another 4 power and another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 13 power. So like another 17 power. Plus, you could also Grandmaster the Hit Monkey if you wanted to. Yeah, I was not super hot on this card the last time we looked at it, but I think it looks hot now. I do think so. Let's see what Ben Brode has
After
to
spending a
add
century trapped inside
to
a
the
star,
conversation.
Peter Quill is back and glowing with pure cosmic flame. He's an absolute scorcher that grants a bonus for each turn you had unspent energy. This one's going straight into heavy rotation, along with Sunspot and She-Hulk. Hey, that's a lot of power.
So I mentioned She-Hulk. I awkwardly can't like scrub on this, just the way that it downloaded strangely. But let me make this a little bit smaller too. They've got Superior Spider-Man in hand. Now, the thing that Superior Spider-Man does, yes, Moral, is allows you to play this on turn 4 with extra energy. Symbiote won't really work because you would then need to, like, you're not going to be able to activate Symbiote. Oh, you're activating Symbiote on a Man Spider. Oh, wow. Okay, Grandmaster gives you 5 extra energy for the final turn, plus the 1 extra energy from Superior. Okay, so a full 6 extra energy to play Man Spider and Taskmaster. Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. Warlock I still think is awkward with this card, though, because Warlock allows you, or asks you to skip the entire turn unless your goal is like turn 3. No. It's tricky. Turn 3 Warlock, turn 4 Star-Lord, turn 5 skip completely and Warlock everything, but then you've spent all of your energy on turns 3 and 4. Zabu and Psylocke could enter the equation, but then you're spending all your energy on those turns instead. So Psylocke never really does anything with Star-Lord. It just kind of changes which turn you're not spending your energy, assuming that you're playing the Psylocke on turn 2, right? And you're always playing Zabu on turn 1 if it's in your deck. So yeah. The Warlock I still don't think is quite there. But that line was interesting that you just brought up. So you'd potentially want to flip the order of it slightly so that way you can Man Spider, eat the Grandmaster, and then eat the Symbiote Spider-Man. So that would get you 4 times 2, which is 8, plus 7, which is 15 times 2, which is 30. So that gives you 2 30 power Man Spiders plus / Taskmasters. That's definitely like a reasonable use of a bunch of energy. Yeah, I don't think that Zabu is crazy, but like I said, if you're doing that so that way you can play Star-Lord a turn earlier or cheaper, a turn earlier for cheaper, basically. You're using Zabu so that way you can play Star-Lord on turn, not on turn 3 ever. You're using it so that you can play it on turn 4 with an extra energy. But if you're going to do that, you are probably spending all of your energy on turn 1 to play Zabu. The only other thing I could see is if you play a turn 3 Psylocke, and I think it would have to be Psylocke, but a turn 3 Psylocke allows you to play a turn 4 Star-Lord with an extra energy floating. If you haven't done anything else the rest of the game other than maybe play a Sunspot, and maybe Jim Hammond. Jim Hammond is another card that you'd want to play if you're doing some like really silly deck like this. You go turn 2 Jim Hammond, turn 3 Psylocke, get an extra energy from Psylocke for Jim, then turn 4 play Star-Lord. Star-Lord gives you +4 for 9 energy on turn 5. And then with that 9 energy on turn 5, then you maybe go into like Absorbing Man or Odin. And then you still have to figure out something else to do. And it does feel like the Man Spider plan is the best use of extra energy, like efficiently. So I guess the question then becomes, is Star-Lord the best way to get you there for Man Spider? If that's the whole goal, if we're doing all of this just to ultimately Man Spider, then is it the best Man Spider shell? And I don't think that that's crazy. I don't think that RSM is that subpar. And RSM often wants to spend its energy on turn 2. But I don't think it's the craziest. I like that we have like 2 back-to-back season pass cards that both seem cool but ask completely different things of you, right? From the, like, this, Merlin could not care about this card any less. This is definitely not a Merlin card. So this is definitely not a Shu Lao card, which is cool because it's going to push the game in some different directions potentially. I think if you look at them next to each other, even with the nerfs, Shu Lao is still one of the most busted cards in the game. And so if you're just looking at it from that perspective, Star-Lord is not a Shu Lao card. And thus, like, do you really want to be playing with Star-Lord if your goal is to just play the best deck? There's definitely some fun things that you could put together. But yeah, just a backup plan for the Fallen in the Man Spider decks. It could be all right. And it could give them a little bit more consistency. I'd still personally err on the side of Shu Lao, but I know that people are playing those Man Spider decks regardless.
Energy. This one's going straight to the heavy rotation, along with Sunspot and She-Hulk. Hey, that's a lot of power. Uh-oh.
Is it just Ben in this video?
Power.
No co-stars. Okay, I spoke too soon.
Okay.
Oh, nope, just different Bens.
No way. So I was gone for like a
Ben
second,
in a green
but
screen.
Also, I just spent 10 years trapped in a pocket reality with nothing but Guardian's Greatest Hits Volume 2.
That is green screened on. That is very silly. Oh, they took out his fingernail. They removed his fingernail. Somebody else, some Moral, I think you mentioned fingernails earlier. Yes, no, not every season pass is equal for sure. Shu Lao is like one of the best season passes ever. I mean, top 10. But co-stars are common. Okay.
Star-Lord in the 80s ruled, but I'm just more into Magus now.
Is the Star-Lord poster in the background real? Okay. Speaking of real big disappointment here for Magus. Or Magus. Activate, copy the text of a character in your deck with cost equal to your unspent energy. And then, parentheses, doing a lot of heavy lifting here without using its on reveal. And that is a huge bummer. I get it. It seemed like there could have been a lot of things that were busted with Magus when you could use the on reveals, but now that you can't, I think that, yeah, it's crap. I agree. And I'm really surprised because this is the super premium season pass card. And some of those have been pretty good. Sparky was pretty good. Fantasticar was pretty good. Is the super premium season pass card always an activate card? That's interesting. Yes, because not only can you not use on reveals, you cannot use activates because you cannot reactivate and activate. Now, you could like change which activate it is and then like activate it again with Jocasta or something, but that's not really what people are talking about. So, yeah, this is quite terrible. Magus almost sounds like Coca. I don't know how I could make those two things sound the same. But yeah, this is just really bad now. I have seen some people potentially talk about, like, because I was asking, like, how does this possibly become useful now? And I mean, if it copied any on-reveal ability, I could talk about the on-reveal abilities that I thought were, oh yeah, Dragon of the Moon. I was trying to remember what last month's was. That one was really terrible. I think they're just trying to, have people forget that they were releasing Busted. They only really released one card that people were really mad about, right? It was the Fantasticar. The first one was the best one. They should have built up to it, not just dropped a good one immediately. But I can talk about good on reveals that you could copy. The two on reveals that I were the most excited for was Mr. Negative. I think that would have actually been busted. I think that's the reason that it has this text, if anything. And Stormbreaker. Turn 3 Magus, turn 4 Stormbreaker. Copy Stormbreaker to double Beta Ray Bill immediately. I think that would have been really cool. Yeah, now the main idea, I think, is mostly going to be Iron Man. Potentially, like, maybe like Sarah or something as a backup plan. I don't know. The backup plan so the one backup plan that I did see was Professor X. But I don't know if that ever works because you are skipping your turn 5 to play a telegraphed Professor X. Now, where it's kind of interesting is, like, you don't want to just play Iron Man, because if you just play Iron Man, it would just be consistency, but I think that consistency on a deck that is, like, very hit or miss and building around exactly one card is very good. If you have a Magus out, like, okay, well, the other thing I was going to say is that if you're playing Magus, you probably want 2 hits, because if you draw one of them, and you're pretty likely to have drawn one of them by turn 5 or turn 4, then yeah, and the hammers would have been cool if it was a good deck. Right, those aren't top tier decks. I definitely see that point. You want to play multiple cards that Magus can hit, so that way, if you draw one of them, you can instead try to hit the other one. And the threat of an Iron Man kind of makes your opponent not want to play to that location, and then you say, just kidding, it's a Professor X, and having that flexibility is cool. But I don't know if it's Professor X. I think that it would probably be like something like Claw. Honestly, I feel like there could still be some capacity to use this to grab ongoing tech cards. Mercury, Luna Snow, Mobius. There's enough tech cards that can be really powerful and game-winning. Cosmo. There's enough really good tech cards like that maybe having some flexibility in terms of grabbing them out of your deck, and a Magus deck like that isn't necessarily trying to skip the entirety of turn 4 to grab a Stardust, but you could. You need no bad hits. Right. Yeah, so that's a great point, but the deck that I'm kind of thinking about would basically just be like a Spectrum tech deck, and then you play some cheap cards. You play, Goliath. Sam Wilson, awkwardly an on-reveal card now, but what are you going to do? And the idea there is also, like, you could use Ant-Man to change how much unspent energy you have on a turn. You could use Goliath on turn 5 to allow you to grab a Mercury or something. Turn 5 Mercury is a little bit slow, but it's an idea if you're looking for something to do with it. I do still... There's part of me that really wants to like this idea of like a toolboxy card, but there's really not much that it can do. There is other... no, it's really tough. Because like any card that you'd want to grab, you really just want to grab Iron Man with this, really. Because anything else is... So like, say you build a deck around Zombie Scarlet Woman, and you want to use Magus as an additional copy of that. So you're playing Magus, and then turn 4, you're playing like you're activating Magus and playing Kitty Pryde onto it. Then you've just spent 6 energy on your Zombie Scarlet Woman, at which point it's not a card worth building a deck around, right? So it would need to be a card that was worth building a deck around in that capacity. I could see, I just mentioned Mobius. Mobius pixie decks often have a lot of cheap stuff. So like, what if you went turn 2 pixie, turn 3... Oh, wait, how does that even work? Okay. I was going to say, what if you went turn 2 pixie, turn 3 Magus, turn 4, play a 1-cost card, activate Magus to get Mobius. But I'm not even convinced that that works anymore, because maybe Magus would then copy just a random card in your deck. Yes, this card does not copy on reveal anymore. Sadly, I have a video that's titled like, this is now a Magus channel, and this card is going to change Marvel Snap. The only thing that has changed is my opinion on Magus, because this card is no longer good. Yeah. Spectrum Astral Projection, yeah, that has like kind of been a thing, but not really. Yeah. Okay. Iron Man or bust. I sadly agree.
Magus is a totally enlightened dude from the future. Unlike me, he's an evil Adam Warlock variant. Ugh.
And I'm leaning much closer to the bust. I'm reasonably certain that Pixie's changes are ignored. I could really see it going either way. I will... I don't... That's all I have to say about this card for right now. I might revisit this card in some number of months. I will not try it because I don't want to spend $10 for... I guess you can just buy it with like tokens or whatever, right? Iron Man! What do you know? This card's good with Iron Man. I suppose it's fine with Captain Carter as well. We see that here. And that's another one that is fine. Sure. Take a drink. Yeah, tough to know what is a bug. I get a season pass as a Marvel Snap content creator. I get a few season passes, and I give them away to my YouTube commenters as well. But I bought like 3 season passes a long time ago, but now they just give them to me. So I don't really have a unbiased opinion on that specifically. Like thoughts on Star-Lord, I personally would just, my kind of verdict is I'm content just playing Shulao for a month, but it seems fine. Gore. Yeah, no, it's not Gore. Not Gore for that reason specifically.
Of a character in your deck based on your unspent energy.
The only other thing you could do with Gore is if you are trying to... Could you do anything
So I'm trying to think if there's any weird things that you can do with copying this ability. Not with Joe Costa, but specifically with, like, what if you Frigga this card? Or what if you Taskmaster this card? Thanks for dropping by, Louie. If you... The thing that I was thinking about specifically, like, in reference to gore... Yeah, I just don't think it's great. But... I think I'm jumping through more hoops that would even make sense. You know what's also crazy? You activate this on turn 4, grab a Doom 2099, and then you don't even get a Doom bot that turn. That doesn't even work. Yes, I always win my own season pass giveaway.
And let Vegas do the thinking. Whoa, hold on, we got a caller. Hey,
We got a caller.
Ben, just in here. Were you planning on telling your listeners about the free Series 5 snap pack they get when they buy the season pass through the web shop?
Wait, like in the game?
Yeah, this is cool. I don't know if
Negative.
their
I'm talking
plan is
about
to,
the
like,
web
keep
shop
doing this
using the
every
web.
season, but this is definitely a good value. It seems like they have mostly been doing this the past few seasons, but yeah. This also, by the way, kind of crazy, but this works if you win my giveaway too, or any giveaway. You also get a free Series 5 snap pack, which is crazy value.
Shop. It's a value play. You receive premium inventory plus progress towards additional incentives. My most savvy listeners even have a shortcut on their home screen.
What's a home screen?
We're done here. Can you believe this, folks? I lay out a can't-miss opportunity, and the numbers, well, they speak for themselves. And that brings me to today's sure thing, Drax.
Okay, so this I think got changed a little bit as well. +3 power, end of turn, +3 power if your opponent played a card with greater power this turn. Move to that card if you'd be winning its location. This is new. I don't remember if this ability is new exactly. It might actually be exactly the same. But what are you hoping to get off of this card? So, to start, it's right below rate. It's a 3-4 as opposed to a 3-5. If your opponent happens to play a 3-5, then all of a sudden you have a 3-7. And then you're basically hoping, the Shu Lao nerf. The Shu Lao nerf was a Drax nerf, because now Shu Lao is 6 power as opposed to 8 power, but you're hoping that your opponent plays one card with at least 8 power throughout the rest of the game. This is the same? Okay. Yeah, so you're basically hoping that your opponent plays a card that is above 4 power, and then you're hoping that they play another card that is above 7 power. And then you've grabbed a 3-10, which is quite good. You move to that location if you'd be winning its location, and that's an end of turn ability. Yeah, I don't even know what Zombie Captain Marvel does. My plan was actually to play that card today if we get back into some gameplay after we finish watching this video. But what does Drax really do? And then if you can get 3 activations out of it, then that is really good. There's no way to trick your opponent into playing more things, so it's kind of like a metagame card though too. Setting yourself up for Shadow King, I suppose. I don't really feel like that's a huge issue right now. Here's a question. How does Drax interact with Man Spider?
How does Drax interact with Taskmaster? I think favorably. How does Drax interact with Shu Lao? I don't know. I don't know about Shu Lao pumping something up. Like if you go Kitty Pryde, Shu Lao's only for 6. Kitty Pryde is like for 12 or something, we'll say. But when you played it, it was only for 4. Will that pump up the Drax? I don't think that would work, but it might. And you could possibly activate this ability multiple times at the end of a turn with a Invisible Woman. Not that that's like something that you'd want to do. I'm just trying to think about how this ability might function. Let's say, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You're never going to get as big as a man spider, but I'm just curious about like the implication of that, because there's other things that is relevant for if your opponent plays other cards like Sage. Let's say your opponent plays a Sage or a Hitmonkey. Can Drax grow despite that card starting smaller? I think on reveals Drax would be able to account for, but I really don't know about Shu Lao. And then that becomes a problem because a Shu Lao deck doesn't play any cards with more than 7 power. And like what decks do play cards with more than 7 power? Ramp decks? Drax with +3 is not usually going to be able to go over the top of a ramp deck either. So Invisible Woman, I think, is silly. I think it's silly because then you're basically playing Invisible Woman to get +3 power on this, which is like the same rate as you'd get on Havoc or Athena or any other end of turn card that's cheaper. The movement is cool, but I don't know if Invisible Woman actually makes sense because you also can't multiply it like crazy with Jocasta. Like there's a finite point that you'll hit. Assuming that finite point, like I imagine your opponent plays a 10 power card and right, like if they play a 10 and you activate Drax a whole bunch of times, I think it would gain +3 power, go to 7. It would gain +3 power, go to 10, and then it would stop in that example. Even if you'd activated Invisible Woman a bunch of times. So I don't know that is really going to do too much. Yeah. All right.
Avatar of Life.
Let's see what Ben
This
has to
overall
say.
Drax is what the market's buzzing
Or
on.
whoever we're
Fueled by
talking
his
to.
hunt for Thanos. He gains power at the end of the turn whenever a bigger opponent enters play. And if he can win the location, he moves in and takes it. We call that momentum.
I don't know why Drax has 8 power here. That's another little mystery for us, I suppose.
Thanos. He gains power at the end of the turn
It's
whenever a
4
bigger
there.
opponent
How much is
enters
it? Oh, they're just showing old Drax footage. So apparently, Drax used to get +4 every end of turn. So they leaked that there. But yeah, it no longer does that.
And if he can win the location, he moves in and takes it. We call that momentum. We call that upside. Now,
and it's an interesting thing because it's not necessarily a nerf, because if Drax is at 8, like you could potentially buff Drax by making it a 3/3, because then it goes up to 6 and it needs to see a 7. Not necessarily. You're probably best buffing it up to a 3/5, which would be quite good. But yeah, that's just a silly
call your
factor
brokers,
to consider
because
there.
If you're not invested in Drax, Avatar of Life, you're just transferring cubes to people who are.
Okay, you're on the air. What's going on?
Okay, so I'm seeing someone new, and they're kind of intense.
Uh-huh.
If I don't give them my full attention, they just completely fall apart.
That's a red flag. Go on.
When I try to split my focus, then they just don't do anything.
Okay, I know this type. You're dating a moon dragon.
Excuse me?
So moon dragon.
Okay. I really, really don't like this card. We've brought up Doom 29 a couple of times already, and I have already given my verdict on Moondragon. It has not changed since the last time I talked about it. It is not good. It is not going to do anything to Doom 2099. It is not good with Doom 2099 because you want to play Doom 2099 on turn 3. And you can't do that with Moondragon in any capacity. Unless you're like very specifically going Zabu on turn 1, turn 2 Moondragon, turn 3 Doom 2099, and then turn 4 somehow spending all of your energy on a 4-cost card after you played a turn 1 Zabu. It's possible you could have had a different 4-cost card in your hand, but mostly with Doom 2099, even though that card isn't good, I would say you want to Psylocke it. And you're not doing that with Moondragon. There are potential curves where you go Moondragon into Invisible Woman first steps, into Doom 2099, into a 5-cost, and then a 6-cost card. But for the most part, I just don't think that this is something good. Big Brain, assuming Red Skull's buff hits in time, Red Skull your opponent, then Shang-Chi that lane. Yeah, Red Skull to pump up your opponent's cards so that way your Drax gets bigger. Yeah, that's silly. Yes, best case scenario, you have one lane really big because your Drax might also jump into that lane.
Drax's daughter. She's a super powerful psychic, and honestly, she is not low maintenance. In Marvel Snap, Moondragon gains power every single turn if you spend all your energy on just one card. Like, full commitment only. No half measures. She's intense, but the Doom crew seems to get along with her.
Yeah, this is all really helpful, I think.
I'll translate. Dump the guy, pick up Moondragon. Your collection level is literally begging you.
Come on, Radio Ben. Do you really expect us to believe that you lived 10 years of time in just an
Jack
instant?
Flag.
Please. I know how this works. They want you focused on the shiny stuff, the headliners, the big names they keep spinning on every station. Meanwhile, the real star gets buried, and that star is Jack Flag.
So, some people have commented and said that I may have been overlooking Jack Flag previously. Your cards here with increased power have +2 power on a 3/3. And notably, this pumps up itself. If you can increase Jack Flag's power, it pumps up itself. And it is potentially more versatile than something like Captain America. But I don't see it. So you're saying it's a 3/11 because it's pumping up itself and then it's pumping up the 3 other cards in the location. Sure. And if it's pumping up other reasonable cards at the location, like a Captain Carter or something, it can go even further. But it is a 3/11 base if you pump it. And I guess, is that my issue with it, that you have to pump it? No, because it's not that hard to pump it, is it? Okay. All right. It's maybe passable. I think you really still just want it in Surfer. my biggest issue with it before, and I will say this is still something to consider against it for its slot. You compare it to speed. And yeah, right. Like if you're using it and you're pumping a Maverick or you're pumping a Captain Carter, then you can definitely get a lot of points out of it. And that's one thing that I'm thinking about right now is like it will always get pumped up by Captain Carter. And if you're committing any other amount of pump to Captain Carter, which you typically are because that card takes pumps very well, then just pumping up Captain Carter is very good. And pumping up Maverick, we also know is very good. The problem is like with Captain Carter, you don't really need that much more pumps to get it to a ridiculous level. Maverick's a little different. Maverick is like every point of pumps that you put into Maverick, you can put into power in another location as well. So you actually do benefit from that pretty nicely. And then I suppose the question just becomes, like, what's the curve that you're using to pump this on Maverick? Yeah, I think that speed is more like if you're talking about a Spectrum deck. Because speed doesn't seem like a combo, but these Spectrum Wiccan, like the Thanos Spectrum decks that play Wiccan, are oftentimes, and Aurora even too, are very oftentimes just looking to play speed for the consistency over Jack Flag, which has some potential high roll potential for sure. So I guess just the question becomes, which of the 3 cost cards that can get multiple uses out of its bonus between Seabass and Brood and Silver Surfer, well, not Silver Surfer, Maverick and Captain Carter and Human Torch First Steps, like which of those are you not playing and which are you playing? And is Jack Flag meaningfully good? I think he's possibly like a slight improvement over that, but I will say, like, especially for newer players, lower collection level players, he's not going to take the deck that much further than it already is. Sometimes he will. There's also just like an interesting, the idea of win more is a really big thing in other games, but it's not really that big of a thing in Marvel Snap because sometimes you do need to win more because your opponents are also trying to win more. And there's the cube and retreat system that could make winning more with Jack Flag somewhat important. I do wonder if that's the case though, like how reasonably is this going to be better than Agony to just give the specific card that you want +3 power? If the whole point of this card is to give Captain Carter or Maverick +2, there might be better ways to do that. Yeah, I also agree with that. Like, your Maverick is there's a lot of Series 5 cards in there too.
This ultra
Captain Carter's Series 5
was
still.
raised on the same stories as the rest of us. So of course he idolizes Captain America. Put them in the same location and just watch what happens. My surfer deck is about to get a dose of pure America.
And then, yeah, there's just still this idea that the card is a, like you said, it's a 3/11. And I do think
maybe I was a little bit hasty on it. Maybe Thanos Spectrum could appreciate it. Because the other thing that you really need to make this a 311 is you need to fill the location. Yeah, I do think that that's cool. Ongoing on reveal and still multiple things. I actually have not tried Aurora yet at all, but I do still think that she's a cool card. What happened? I guess I wasn't playing that much at the end of the year, and then Shu Lao came out at the beginning of the year, so I really haven't messed around with Aurora too much, but I do think that she's cool, for sure. There were some people that played her in KM Best's tournament, right? But I must have been playing... Was I playing Move in December? I think I must have been with Spider-Punk still. And they were just like nerfing Human Torch in various ways. But I think that... Because you don't... The other trick about playing this in a Silver Surfer deck, in order for it to be a 311, sure, it can have more power than that when it's pumping up a Maverick or it's pumping up a Captain Carter, because then you're like multiplying those bonuses elsewhere. And I think that that's true. But are you doing that and then still like... The awkward part about Captain Carter sometimes is like, you don't really want to fill the location. You want the threat that you could fill the location so that your opponent stops playing there, but you don't really want to fill the location because you want to try to win another location. And yeah, it's like almost like an Iron Man that like you need to fill the location for it to matter. Whereas like sometimes you can get away with just like Iron Man plus one other card and winning the location, right? So I think that there is a little bit of tension in general with Silver Surfer decks and filling the location. And obviously you have one Brood.
Of pure America.
You could play like a Mr. Sinister or something, I suppose.
Did you hear that?
Nobody
the
really
signal's
does that.
being intercepted. They're trying to silence the flag.
They don't want you to know his singer keys.
Welcome back. Next up is a new solo project from one of Yondu's Ravagers, Kraglin.
You see,
Okay. And this card is also bad, right? I did not pause in time. They were real quick on that one.
His singer keys.
Welcome back. Next up is a new solo project from one of Yondu's Ravagers, Kraglin.
And I don't want to just be pessimistic on every card, but to break it down again real quick, the problem with Kraglin is, so the chat's kind of blocking that here, but when you, on reveal, banish the top card of your deck, if it was 4 cost or higher, plus 2 energy next turn. Otherwise, give this plus 4 power. Oh, is that new? Oh, maybe Kraglin got better. Maybe Kraglin now is a 3/7. Huh. Wait a minute. I think Kraglin's a totally different card now. I don't think this is a ramp card. I think this is a 3/7. Yeah, they like secretly made this a brand new card, because as a ramp card, I think that this is terrible. A 3/7 though is like obviously not great, where we were just talking about Jack Flag being a 3/11. But there are decks that just sometimes want a 3/7. It was always the 2 options? Huh. I just never noticed the plus 4 power aspect of it before. So again, just to reiterate, the reason that I think that this is bad is because if you need an additional ramp card, you're obviously starting off your deck with some number of
Luna or Wave or Corvus Glaive or Electro. And if you're playing this card, it's because you did not draw any of the other options. It's potentially because you don't want symmetrical ramp, but you're probably playing this because you didn't draw one of those other cards, and you have a bunch of your expensive cards therefore in your hand and not in your deck. So in the instances that you would want this because it's a backup option, it is more likely to miss because you have a bunch of expensive cards, have a bunch of cheap cards left in your deck. You have all of your ramp cards in your deck. I think that there are times where it could be like fine. And if you wanted to look at it in a different way and say like, oh, this is going to be your primary option. And I guess it could. Like if you have this and you have Electro in your hand and you can play this on turn 3 to allow you to play a turn 4, whatever it is we decide we're playing. I mean, probably Galactus First Steps, right? Need the expensive cards to pop on 5. I don't know what you mean by that. But I don't think it could be, I think it could be not terrible to just like play a 6-cost card on turn 4. I think the problem is it's like the least consistent ramp card, and it would be a bummer if this was your only ramp card and then it misses and then you're not ramping. And because we are drowning in other options, I think that you wouldn't want to try this. 6 drops are not optimal there. Deck construction limitation. Yeah, you just did the math wrong. That's fine. It's, you play this on turn 3, +2 energy. On turn 4, you get to play a 6-cost card. Then turn 5, you get to play a 5-cost. And turn 6, you play another 6-cost card. This is like a pretty bad counter to Darkhawk that's also like 2 years too late. I don't think that's the intention there, but yes, it is a Darkhawk counter in that way. Next season, we are getting some rock-related things, but I don't think that we're getting rock-related things in that way. That would be really funny, though, to play against a Darkhawk deck and play this and play Mole Man to rip a card from the top of your deck into rocks. Yes, but that's my biggest issue with this, is that any other type of ramp is just going to be a lot more reliable. And the reason that I think you'd play this is for redundancy, to be more reliable, because the other options are better. So you're not playing this one first. And then if you're playing this to make you more consistent, it's not good in the moments that you need it to be good. And yeah, it's just not what you're looking to do.
Inherited the Yaka arrow from Yondu, and now he flips that.
So there, it just banished a star brand. And there is like, ironically, where this card is good is to play it on turn 3 as a 3/7 as the herald of Galactus First Steps. That's actually the best use for it. If Kraglin hits Luna Snow, you get a 3/7 that you don't want and no energy, but it doesn't play with the other options. Yeah, I think you're playing this because it's a 3/7. But nobody's really doing that. But people have played like Gladiator. But not really.
Small investment into massive energy or power gains.
Okay, but like he pulls a card from the top, it goes somewhere forever, and then you just...
Oh, here's a question. I gotta go back.
Yaka arrow from Yondu, and now he flips.
Welcome back. Next up is a new solo project from one of Yondu's Ravagers, Kraglin.
I do like that it references Yondu. It's a friend of Yondu, and it banishes the top card of your deck. I actually really like that just from a cohesiveness perspective. I like when cards that are supposed to be thematically related do similar things. So that's really cool. If you don't banish a card, if you had no cards in your deck, it always gets +4 power, right? So that is not the best thing to loop if you wanted to like Grandmaster or Absorbing Madness or something. But it is funny. And I was thinking about Peligmatic. Thank you for the subscription. And if you wanted to play with this on the final turn. Oh, okay. I think that we are getting all of the sub drops from Marvel Snap. So hello, Marvel Snap. Hello, Griffin, if you are the one doing it. And here you are, everyone. Enjoy some free channel subs here. I did not get a notification for it like specifically that says that that's what's happening, because I thought it was going to say like Marvel Snap subscribed 50 times. Maybe that's what it is. Sorry for interrupting. No problem. Thank you, Marvel Snap. Okay, yeah, now I see the message. Marvel Snap gifted 15 tier 1 subs. Thank you very much. And now those are all going to roll in, so we'll pause while all of those come in here and everybody gets to see their name on the screen. Yahoo! Very cool. Yeah, huge shout outs to Marvel Snap. Again, this is a sponsored stream for, them dropping all the subs here. And, yeah, that's it. Yeah, huge thanks to Marvel Snap. Very, very cool incentive. Basically, because the Twitch drops haven't worked, and I know the Twitch drops are such like a cool thing for the community, both for this is just a bonus on top of that. Season pass giveaway will just be different. But we could do a season pass giveaway for sure before the end of the stream. We will probably do that. Oh, Old Man Junior's hanging out too. Very cool. We will, we'll run that after we're done taking a look at all the new cards. A few more gifted subs to get through. Yeah, when subs are gifted, I believe it prioritizes people that are active in the chat. So, Pelegi and Moral, they were farming for it. They were ready. And basically everything, though it didn't give Rebel a sub, did it? I guess it's a little bit random. I don't fully know how gifted Twitch subs work. I think it's a little bit random and a little bit of prioritizing active people. But that will, I think that there's like some factors in there like that. But, or are you saying, oh wait, no, Moral said that. Sorry, your color changed. I looked a different thing. Or are you saying that I missed your name? I don't know, Streamlabs? But you were the first one, right? Or no, you were the third one. I think I saw it come up. I see it in the chat here. Yeah, definitely a cool promo. Thank you very much again, Marvel Snap. And let's continue talking about Marvel Snap now that we were so rudely interrupted.
Investment into massive energy or power gains.
Okay, but like he pulls a card from the top, it goes somewhere forever, and then you just get stuff. It's actually kind of perfect.
I hate that I understand exactly what you just said.
My surfer deck is too strong now. They'll never let me keep it.
Okay,
Don't
okay,
feel
okay,
it.
Oh, if
Hi
you were looking
everyone,
away, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Vincenzo Riccardi. I'm an
I called you
Italian
out.
artist. I live in Milan, and I have designed several new cards for this season of Marvel Snap. I would define my artistic style as psychedelic, very colorful, pop.
Are the new cards from the new game modes in this video?
Music plays an important role.
Does it
in
talk
my
about
creative
those or
process.
not?
I need to listen to something while I'm working. It can range from rock to heavy metal to soundtracks from video games or movies. Anything goes. Rocket Raccoon, which is my favorite Guardian.
I will
always
say,
try to offer at least
because of this promotion from Marvel Snap, it got me, you know, I loaded up the stream yesterday, I loaded up the stream today, and it's been fun. There's been people hanging out with me the whole time, and, you know, I'm not just like streaming to an empty room or something, now that I have a little bit of an audience, and something I could certainly see doing. I don't know that I would, like, exclusively look to stream Marvel Snap necessarily, but part of the biggest problem with streaming before, should I mute this man? Rather than try to talk at the same time as him. The biggest reason that I hadn't streamed really before, and I have streamed before, I used to stream other games, but just like tech-wise, it was always like very laggy for me, and it never seemed like it was working. But the tech's been fine the past day. I mean, my internet's not great right now. I can't like do something else, but I can watch the stream through the Twitch dashboard and I'm only like 10 seconds behind. So it seems like it's pretty good. Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure if there were any cards coming with custom game modes.
Don't sleep on these limited...
Yes. This is what I was talking about. Major victory. We don't get to know what it does in this video. Okay. So I guess I won't talk about it. I don't remember. I think that we had seen this though. Maybe I can probably find it. Yeah. Okay, let me load up the blog on marvelsnap.com. And we can see the new cards here. Should probably just load the real website, right? Gives you an original Guardian. So does that mean it gives you one of Rocket, Star-Lord, Groot, Drax, or Gamora? One of those 5 cards? And what? It's a skill that costs nothing? Let's take a look. We have this right here. How do I make this happen? There we go. Okay. Okay. You do notice a chat delay? Yeah. That's a bit of a bummer. So let's take a look here. So this is a 3/4, and it gives you 2 of them. Huh. Right. Oh, it's not a skill. It's an actual card. Right. I remember thinking this is kind of like an Agent Coulson, right? I really cannot see the chat now. I could probably change that a little bit. Let me see. Can I get in? Let's see. Appearance? No. Embed in stream. Message background opacity. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. Cool. Okay. So now the chat will be a little bit more legible against this white background. It's like an Agent Coulson. It seems... Oh, and it can give you Mantis as well. Star-Lord, Rocket, Groot, Drax, Gamora, Mantis. Yeah, and then there's one more card. Star-Lord, Rocket, Groot, Drax, Gamora, Mantis. So yeah, there's 6 different ones. You grab 2 of them. So 6, choose 2. I'm assuming you can't get repeats off of an individual activation. That might be a bad assumption, though, because maybe you can. And what would be like the expected output of that? You're going to grab 2 of the 6. So you almost really want to play it with Quinjet, right? I don't think that this card is terrible. I think that the Guardians are like close to being good. And if you could Quinjet them, the problem actually might be Mantis really lowering the curve, because that really makes it so that Quinjet then has like a 1 in 3 to just miss on one of your cards. And that would be bad. Okay. I'm going to go hit a light real quick too. Now that this is a white background, it is a little tough on the eyeballs here. Yeah, this would have been a fantastic RSM card if you could play this card on turn 3. That is for sure. Now you can't. I don't think you're ever playing this over Agent Coulson. But like in a Victoria hand deck that kind of wants the cheap cards, well, then you're kind of interested in the Mantis and the Rocket Raccoon. That would be exactly what Victoria hand would want, but like it is probably still just a worse Kate Bishop, right? Kate Bishop's pretty good. So, yeah, and then we have Starhawk, which I've also seen before, but I don't remember. Oh, yes. Okay. On reveal, on odd turns, give your cards at the left location +1 power. On even turns, give it to the right location. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things that would be better than this. I was just trying to come up with something where it could be useful. It doesn't seem good. I wonder if they will ban Major Victory in Sanctum, because it gives you a banned card. It will probably... Wait, can't you generate banned cards in Sanctum? Or can you not? I actually do not remember, but that could kind of be a funny aspect of the card. Just use it to generate Rocket Raccoons in Sanctum Showdown. So this is a 2-cost card, and it's going to pump you up a little bit. I remember thinking that this was not great. But it's a superior Spider-Man enabler. On turn 2, you can play it on the right location and it'll pump itself. It'll always pump itself. You can generate banned cards in limited time game modes. Why? That's so weird. I feel like it did not used to work that way, but now it does for whatever reason. So, yeah, very strange. Okay, and then we're getting some game modes. We're getting all that. Here is what I will do to thank everybody for hanging out with me on the stream. I'm going to give away 1 season pass right now. And if you are interested in this season pass, I know, puppy, I know. My dog is begging to be let out right now. If you're interested in a season pass, not for Shu Lao,
for Sun, Star-Lord. Just say me in the chat right now. And I will do a real quick giveaway before I end the stream. Okay, I see Rebel. I'm going to throw Moral in there because you've been chatting the whole time. And I assume you have not already purchased a season pass. We'll let this video
and the rewards you can
finish up
just
too.
by playing. Well, that's my shift. Hopefully everybody else is doing okay in their...
Gonna do Ghost Panther.
Pocket realities. Thank you for playing and supporting Marvel Snap. We can't wait for you to try Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Please let us know what you think. And party on, dudes!
Nice.
This broadcast was sponsored by The Sun.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the same thing I did yesterday. I'm going to play one game of Sanctum. And when this game is over, I will run the giveaway. So in the meantime, let me know. I'm going to take this off the screen for now. But I am still adding it to it. You know what? Maybe I should keep it on the screen. You want me to move the overlay or keep the overlay? If I move the overlay, then nobody else can join the giveaway, so that's good for you. Yeah, you guys want to see the gameplay too, right? I like Sinister London. It's awkward in this specific position, but it's cool that I can play an Iron Fist here and then send over a big Human Torch. What we really need to find, though, is a Madam Web. We find a Madam Web, we probably just straight up win. Ooh, that could be annoying. I found a Madam Web, didn't I? I hear you, I hear you. Now, I appreciate you guys being charitable there, too. Oh, wow. And we hit the Nexus. Okay. Well, this turn I'm snapping because we can move over a Human Torch. I do think we could get double acid arrowed, but I think we can win with the space that we have. I think we can win with a pair of Madam Webs and a Ghost Spider. And a Doctor Strange. Oh, Shana! Shana-na! Okay, we tied that turn. Good for my opponent. Now I will play this, and I will Madam Web and hope that we 50-50 a Madam into the Nexus. If we don't, though, I still have Doctor Strange to pull it into Vibranium Mines next turn. Nine, 16. I think we can snap here, too. This game is very low scoring. 2 points to 6 points right now. We've tied the Sanctum location on turn 3. Will we tie it this turn? Ooh, double Khazar is good, but as long as it's not double Marvel Boy, I feel pretty good about my chances here. We take over the Nexus and Vibranium Mines this turn, and we get the Madam Web 50-50. That's pretty gravy, baby. Now, it is awkward to move Human Torch out of this location, so I'm not going to do that. I am going to play a Spider Punk this turn. Question is, where do I play this Spider Punk? I think I just play it here. My opponent could beat me right now with a Gilgamesh. Yeah, Zoo has a good enough time filling the board without Sinister London, but if they get an early Marvel Boy, it's a great location for them. I'm going to just play a Spider Punk here. It could be... You said that just in time, Moral. Yeah, that is definitely something I've been experiencing a lot of this week. Which is crazy, because I did not even move a card there with the second Madam Web. We won the Nexus last turn. Now we just have to win Vibranium Mines. And we do. This wins Vibranium Mines, and then a Web Sling to clean it up. I suppose I'll do it in this order. Wait a second. We can even do this. Oh, but then the Doctor Strange has a chance of landing here. That's fine. Let's move Spider-Punk here. And now, no matter where the Doctor Strange goes, we're good. Okay. And crash. There we go. And we'll never get to see the ending to that game. I promise, it was a cool game. And we won it. And here's the end screen. Great. And next turn, we could have even moved to the Human Torch again, if we really needed to.
Victory.
All right, last chance. If anyone else would like to join a giveaway. Yeah, that's how all of my crashes have been looking on PC. But yeah, I wasn't even using multiple Madam Webs. I never even used, like, any of my Madam Webs. If anyone else would like to enter the giveaway, now is your last chance to speak up. Otherwise, Rebel, Moral, and Ghost Panther all have a 1 in 3 shot. And I will roll a d20 in just 1 minute. If you'd like to enter, just say me in the chat. And then I will find somebody to raid. I will see if somebody in the next time slot is live streaming right now. I might just make it random. Let's see. Oh yeah, here's the sign-up sheet. Cool. Got Guest Gaming, Prashan, and Peralta. Throw it over to one of those three. Cool. All right. I am going to roll for the giveaway now. So here is how we'll do it. I'm going to roll a d20. If it is 1 through 6, Rebel, you've got yourself a season pass. 7 through 12, Moral. 13 through 18, Ghost Panther. 19, 20, I'll re-roll it. Switchy, you're saying good luck. Are you interested in the season pass? It's only those 3 people right now. I'm about to roll this die. You can still get in it. Just say me, M-E, or yes. You have it already. Beautiful, beautiful. Perfect. 17. That is Ghost Panther. No problem, no problem. Yeah, just wanted to make sure. Ghost Panther, you are the winner of a Star-Lord Master of the Sun Season Pass. I am just about to end the stream, so I will make sure that gets to you. If you want to just DM me on Twitch, that'll be the easiest way for me to find you and get it to you. And thank you everybody for watching. Let's go find someone to raid right now. We're gonna raid, and yeah, thank you all for hanging out. We're gonna say, oops. I guess I'll do a little plug here as we wrap things up and just dance along to this music for a little bit. But I post new YouTube videos every single day. We'll go with Peralta MG. He was the first one I saw. And I post a new video almost every single day, cover a variety of different games. Currently, the main games I'm playing, in addition to Marvel Snap, are Demon Bluff, which is a logic puzzle game, and Once Upon a Galaxy, which is a free-to-play mobile auto battler. Demon Bluff also has a free demo on Steam if you want to check that out and check out any of my content. And I play a variety of deck builders I've been looking at recently. So yeah, come check out the content if you don't already. A lot of the names here I recognize from the comments. And if you want additional chances to win season passes, most of you here already know this, but comment the word SNAP on any of my videos and you'll be entered into a giveaway. I still have 2 more season passes to give away for the rest of the season, and then I'll start giving away season passes for next season as well. But for today, that is going to be it for me. Let us go say hello to Peralta. Oh, I cannot raid Peralta. Did I spell it right? I did. I've been blocked. Okay, let's raid. Maybe I don't have enough people here to do a raid. Let's see if It's Guest Gaming wants it. It's Guest Gaming. Great. Okay, we are going to go raid Guest and check them out. Cool. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm No Legs Given. Peace.